Welcome to our Living Stones podcast, where we gather to discuss all matters of faith and life as members of God's household. In a world that often leaves us feeling fragmented and disconnected, our hope is that Living Stones will help to further connect us as we pursue the Lord together. I'm your host, Davina, and we will be continuing our episode from the last one with our 735 singles here. And this time, we're going to be talking and getting into dating in Nova, dating in the digital age, and just dating. So welcome back, everyone.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be back from 5 minutes ago.
Sitting in the same seat.
It's amazing how long we can talk about really anything. I think that was also one of the reasons why I picked you guys as a part of my team, because I like to pick people that I feel like would have good chemistry. And so even like within like the way that we talk to each other, it's like we are such good friends.
It's because we're all yappers.
We are yappers.
Yeah.
We like to yap. Okay. All right. Now that we set up 735, you know, what this ministry is founded on and some of the struggles and the amazing spaces to be when it comes to being in this season. Let's talk about dating in your position. I'm thinking about which direction I want to go, and I think I'm leaning more towards the pros and cons of dating in this age, in this area. So let's start with dating in Nova. What are some things that just pop up right away that is like that are pros and cons in dating in Nova?
Well, apparently, this is coming from both the guys and the girls' side. No matter where. Okay, so we're kind of talking about the Christian church scene, right? Apparently, any church you go to, both sides will say there's nobody.
That's what I've been hearing.
Wait, as
From
in
multiple
like,
churches.
as in someone will go to KCPC
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be like, oh, like, are there a lot of single girls or guys? And they'll say no.
It's more like people that attend that church already.
Oh.
They're in the boat of like, oh, there's no one here. And then it's like that for what I've been hearing is like all the churches think that way, like all the single people.
But objectively, there are a lot of single people.
Yeah.
They just don't think that there's anyone
for them.
Yeah.
Or that they're attracted to, or that they would want to, like, you know, pursue some type of dating relationship with.
Yeah, then the way you challenged the married people to, you know, to be careful with their language. I think single people need to also stop saying there's nobody. Just add for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nobody
I like that,
I mean,
for me.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because
like
that can be offensive.
Yeah.
Like if I
like-
were a single person, I would be like, "Mwah,
I know.
That's
It's like you're
not-
talking directly to them. It's like,
What
there's
about
no
it?
one here. It's like, what?
Hi."
That's very true.
Please notice me.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
So, okay.
I do think along with that, it's like the Nova like dating culture. For some reason, I think there's like a negative like stigma of like dating around, like not in like just like loosely dating around, but like, you know, like intentionally dating. But like there's a negative stigma in Nova, or at least I feel, of doing that because, and I think that's why also like people in their church, they're like, oh, there's no one for me here, but then they don't do anything and they don't like date other people. They're just kind of like there, not doing anything. And I think it's like, it's funny because at the same time, like the culture in Nova is like, oh, everyone wants to get married, like buy a house, have kids, like, but then no one's like, at least from the outside perspective, it doesn't seem like anyone really does anything to like.
No one's like even trying to ask anyone out on a date.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just like maybe because the Nova community is so small that like, you know, maybe if they think if you like date around, whether it's like you're intentionally dating, you're trying to find that future someone, that like people will talk because
Yeah.
everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only have so many chances until you become
Yeah.
like either like a creep or like some like nalari, you know? Like
What's nalari?
I don't
Player?
know, like player,
Yeah.
you know? Just like someone who like
They're
serially.
just trying to shoot their shot. And sometimes they just have to machine gun.
Well, you know, I think you should you should be tasteful about how you go about it for sure.
Yeah.
But I will also say there is that line of thinking where I've heard that women of Nova would appreciate it if guys were more proactive and courageous in shooting their shot. But then when they do, they're like, yo, this guy's like being a creep. So it's like,
I understand. I do. I also feel that way. Like, obviously, I haven't been in the dating scene for very long. It's just really nothing. But the little that
Oh
I
my
have
gosh.
experienced.
I hope he's watching this. He's gonna be
like
so offended.
until recently.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna be like,
Until
it's
recently.
nothing. It's something to me. That's what he's gonna think.
Until recently, yeah.
Until recently, it just there wasn't really much there to talk about. But anyways, the guys that I did go on dates with or first dates with, it's very like you come halfway, I'll come halfway, or like the guy will come maybe like 30% just to kind of feel it out, and then I kind of have to compensate like the social aspect, like coming up with questions or coming up with follow-up questions. It's just very exhausting almost as someone that's very
yeah,
introverted.
that's not fun.
So like I did think during that time, like, oh, I wish the guy was a little bit more, forward with kind of like what he was thinking, or like even just putting in some effort.
Do you think guys too, especially in Nova, like, okay, even more particularly Korean American or Asian American men tend to have like a fear as well of like rejection or
Yeah.
I think it's a
like why they're so
like-
shy?
I think it's an area thing. It's like you don't see this in the suburb or in the city. It's like a suburb Nova thing that like
Yeah.
there's a fear of rejection, but it's partly because what Han was saying, like the fear of you looking like a creep. So then like you don't really like shoot your shot as much. But then like if you go into like any other city, basically like even like Korean Americans and even people that like move there from like suburbs, the dating scene is just totally different. Like you just kind of all the guys are like a little bit more direct because of the scene and the culture there. It's just different. Like you're free to be direct, whereas here like you're always running the risk of like I don't
Somebody
know, just,
knowing or
yeah.
probably it's just a small world in Nova.
I think
everyone
so.
knows each other here.
Yeah.
Well, in New York City, like it's much harder
Right.
for
Yeah.
you to know the same people unless you're literally in that same
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
But I
I
think
see.
to Justin's point, it is like a dating cultural difference of the city versus the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think in the city, it's a very acceptable thing to go on dates. Whereas in the suburbs, if you go on a date with someone, it's almost like overly intentional. Like
Yeah.
overly intentionalized.
Like
Whereas
it feels there's more. Like feels like there's more at stake for some reason.
Yeah, I think everyone in Nova, or not everyone in Nova, but like the like feeling I get is like everyone wants to be one and done. But then like I mean realistically that's really hard because then you just have to you have to like find the perfect someone at that certain time and like everything has to line up, like timing, everything. But then so everyone wants to get married but they want to be one and done instead of like just dating intentionally and just finding someone. But then you can't, a lot of times like one and done doesn't happen, so then they're just not dating or not open to dating.
Yeah. No,
or you know what it is? It's like people want people to be proactive only if they're interested in that person.
of course.
Yeah, I mean that's fair though.
Yeah.
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 Of course.
Otherwise, it's creepy.
Otherwise it's
Right.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
I remember even saying so. After we started dating and then we got married, he would tell me too that when he was single, he like was kind of a little on edge at church because he was afraid of the same thing. He was afraid that people will look at him as a creep if he like talked or asked one too many questions to a single girl. And then he said that he felt free after. He felt free from all that. So
After what?
After
marriage.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So he realized that it was like such a cultural Nova thing for a single person to feel.
Mhm.
And honestly, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I do feel like, especially in the church, like you are kind of looking or you're like careful to see who you talk to, especially if you're a single person talking to another single person of the opposite gender. You're kind of like aware of who's watching and who's talking. And
Yeah, and it's also like because the culture is so like heavily influenced on like getting married. I would say like Nova, that's like kind of the similar culture. Everyone wants to get married and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, so now like when you're single and you're talking to another single person, it's almost like,
yeah.
oh, like, is this person trying to talk to me because they're interested? Like
Mhm,
everyone's just kind of like on edge around each other.
Right.
It
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Right.
It's like this like weird dance.
Yeah. Whereas like it could be totally innocent, but then that innocence may come off as like, I don't know, you trying to do something with
Yeah,
that person.
yeah. Right.
I mean, honestly, I even till this day feel slightly self-conscious about that. Like, I feel like I'm very careful about talking to a girl that is single in our church community, because I don't want, number one, her to get like a weird idea or the wrong idea, and then I just don't want other people to like perhaps watch that interaction and be like, yo, is he like interested in her, or like, oh, what's going on, or like I don't know. It's like such a stupid thing to be self-conscious about, but I find myself like overthinking it at times when I
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
And you could be interested in her.
Oh, I could be.
And you could approach her and start a conversation with her, and that's totally fine. Like, I don't think anyone has anything against that. But then you're right. Like sometimes, even if you're interested in this person, you don't even take that first step because you're so like, ooh, about who's watching, and yeah.
Gosh, I'm guilty of that. I'm always looking like, ooh.
I know, because we have so many wannabe matchmakers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I want one success story.
What's
Just
your
one.
record right now?
Wait,
Yeah,
do
what's
you not
your
have a
I'm
record?
like
success
maybe
story?
half of a half of a half. Like I
What
didn't
does that
make it
mean?
happen, but I was
Oh.
like very supportive of it before it happened.
I see.
Xiang and Rebecca.
Oh, okay.
But that wasn't your matchmaking though.
It was a half of a half of a half.
Xiang had interest in her first, anyways.
Okay, so
Anyways.
you don't have any.
No, but anyways,
So 0, yeah.
I tried. But all to say that I do think there is a level of wisdom in that too. I don't like that there's like it has to feel maybe so negative to like do this dance, but it is chivalrous for you to be thoughtful of the other of the single girl, and not want to mislead them. And I think there needs to be that type of boundaries, but then I really don't like when you have to start thinking, oh, other people are going to think this way, and like it really puts like so many limitations on you, and like kind of the level of a certain level of freedom that you can just kind of be yourself, because knowing you two, especially you two, you guys are just friendly guys. Like the way you guys are to each other, you are with like your friends' wives, like the way you are with me, the way you're with Joanna, and so I see how people can, maybe certain girls can mistake that for something else, but it's also so unfortunate because it is just who you are. Okay, but we are talking a lot of the cons of dating in Nova. But can you name some pros of dating in Nova?
Well, yeah, I think the fact that everyone wants to get married, like that's like, kind of what we talked about in our other episode about 735 and like singleness. Like if you are called to marriage, like you should want to get out of marriage, but then
Get out of singlehood.
yeah, wait, what?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Pastor
But yeah,
Paul.
if you're called to marriage, you want to get out of singlehood, right? So then that culture is here. It's like ready for the taking. It's just like it's better. I would say this is the better like half than in a city where everyone's just dating just to date. No one's intentional. Like that example of the city is like we were giving it in a dating sense, but no one's intentional about dating, I would say. So like in Nova, at least, like everyone has that like goal of like getting to the next stage and like being in a Christian context, like using that stage to like glorify the Lord. Yeah.
Dang, that's all you guys can think of.
Yeah.
Right,
That's it.
no, sorry. I gotta. This is actually kind of making me think. The pros of dating in Nova.
I would say there's a lot more people that are family oriented, like especially, at least personally for me, that's a major pro, because that's something I do look for in a significant other and my future spouse, to be family oriented and like want to have kids, want to be a mother, stuff like that. So I think, and it goes the same way for like guys that want to be fathers. I think that's definitely prevalent here in Nova.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that when you meet someone.
Yeah, for the most part.
Especially if they're like, they chose to come here, they transplant here, or have grown up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think along the similar line, I was actually going to say, like, there's a lot of accountability and support. Like, I think we like to build community around younger families or older families or whatever. Like, even at our church, there was an announcement today. There's a dinner or something, home builders dinner for parents of teenagers or like married for 12 plus years or whatever. Like, we like to build community and support around the different families and things like that. So I do think there's a good system of support and accountability.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think, to piggyback off of that, like it's an environment where if you do start dating and it's like very intentional, and both sides are like on the same page about like values and everything, it is like a pretty like seamless, like you can kind of know what to expect. Like there are people and communities around that will support your decision to like get married, maybe like even sooner than later, and like there's like a good support system for even after you get married, and like everyone kind of has I don't want to say there's like a template, but almost there is kind of like a template for like this is how like things will play out, and it's like predictable, I guess. And I mean, I guess if you're not a fan of that, then you're not a fan of it. But for people who do want that consistency and predictability, it is very like linear, I guess.
Yeah. Also on a shallow, or like, I guess not shallow, but in a practical level, I feel like people in Nova, for the most part, are well off. And so like when you're hoping to start a family or like get married to someone, for the most part, like they're going to have a job. Like for the most part, they're going to have like some level of expendable income. Of course there's outliers, and like, not everyone is that way, but I would say that like the average Korean American that goes to a Korean American church in Nova, like they're like, for the most part, like they're comfortable. And so that's also really nice to go into a marriage together and to, not be so worried about, are we going to be able to live?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
I think in Nova there's like a healthy level of ambition with like career and just ambition in like personal life and like dating and family. I think that's one thing I could say that's really good about Nova, and that kind of goes with like everyone being, just having jobs, like well-paying jobs usually. Yeah.
For better or worse, it is very like homogenous.
Yeah, and I do think that Nova, because we are a suburb, but like suburb right below DC, right below a major city, the balance just kind of works in our favor. Where in DC, I'm sure you'll find a lot more career driven people, more focused on their independence and their finances. And then if they have families, probably then focused on like what schools they want to send their kids to. Although I know that's still important here. So I do think Nova's just pretty well balanced in that sense.
Hey, Pastor Paul did say to Justin, though, if we really wanted to find someone, we could take a hiatus from KPCW and go to a different church, find someone, and come back.
Oh,
No,
interesting.
Well, I will say he didn't say yes. He didn't give me approval.
Oh, you asked
I
him.
asked the question and
was a
he
joke, it
didn't
was a joke.
he didn't respond. But he didn't say no. So if I disappear from church for a couple of weeks, you guys
I
know where
see.
I am.
And then just bring her back.
I will be back. Just give me a couple of weeks. I'll be back.
Crazy. Can I ask at all? And if no one decides to share, then we can just skip this. But look, what your dating experience has been like here?
In Nova?
Yeah. Not everyone has to answer if they don't want to. But just in general, it doesn't have to even be like long-term relationships. Like just in general, like what has been your personal experience, and maybe listeners can resonate, and maybe even listeners can be like, "Oh, that's me," and so maybe I need to change. Why are you laughing?
That's crazy.
What, that you need to change?
No,
That
oh, yeah.
comment? Oh.
Yeah.
What? Like, like you show up on a date
Yeah.
and then like you set up this idea that you were this very bubbly, talkative person, but then in real life, like you're not.
You're just annoying.
You're just quiet.
Oh,
just
quiet.
annoying.
What? Were you
Like,
thinking about someone specific?
self-awareness, perception.
You looked at me when you said that.
For Joanna, bubbly and cute is synonymous with annoying. So,
That's true.
It could, yeah, that might be true.
I mean, I can share. Like, I don't want to paint an overly like pessimistic view, but it is hard. Just because like at this age, I only hang out with the same groups of people now, and those groups of people involved a lot of married people with kids. And so number one, it's just hard to be in a space where you can be surrounded with opportunity to meet new people. That's number one. And so the only other opportunities is to be like really intentional, like ask to be set up, which Dav, you set me up on a true blind date once.
I did.
And
I'm proud of you.
hey, I can say probably I'm one of the very few people in Nova that have gone on a true blind date.
Yeah.
And it was a positive experience.
What is a true blind date?
Like, I didn't know anything about her.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't even know what she looked like.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Dav
Oh.
set me up.
Oh.
Oh, so Dav is
I
the...
did. You see how hard I'm trying? I'm trying to be a matchmaker.
Maybe these blind dates are the reason why you're O for whatever. Let him let me see a picture.
Shout out to the person I went on the blind date with. Like, it was a very positive experience. But, like, other than that, the dating apps. But dating apps is like... It's like a struggle too. I've definitely like gone on a handful of dates through the apps, but it just always is like one date or two dates at most. And this is like a me problem. I'm like the type of guy where like I need to be interested in someone, and then I'll just like go all in. But usually like when I go on dates through Hinge and stuff, it's like with people that on paper are like I don't know, decent, I guess. But then once I start talking to them or hang out with them, it's like, oh, something is just like quite not there that I'm looking for necessarily. I'm not saying anything about me that I'm like a great guy or anything, because that's not how I want it to come across. But I think just the opportunities are very slim. That's been like my experience of meeting new people.
I set you up on a blind date. I don't remember this.
Oh, yeah. And I had no idea who he was. I didn't know his face.
I remember.
You didn't even see a picture or anything?
No.
Like
no, no, no.
intentionally, or there was just no
I
picture?
don't remember.
Oh, you blocked it out of your memory. Like,
I don't remember what the reason was I didn't see a picture. But it was one of the first dates I went on after kind of my long hiatus or my long stretch of like wanting to be celibate. So that was like a huge step for me. So I tried to go in like as like casual and low key as possible, and
at least you gave it a good try.
yeah. Well, yeah, I tried.
Would you say that ultimately, because there's no such thing as a perfect person, nor are any of you looking for the perfect person.
Sure.
I am.
That's why you're single then.
I'm kidding.
Stop being so picky.
Yeah, stop being so picky.
Oh.
Oh, everyone referred to the other episode to know why Joanna said that.
But it sounds like ultimately you're just looking for someone that you can experience some level of chemistry, right? Like
Yeah.
friendship, chemistry. That's what you're looking for.
Like attraction, whatever that is for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because physical attraction is unique to everyone.
Mhm.
Who you
Right.
think is good looking is very different from me, and who you think is pretty is also very different from me. Okay, I'm a girl though, but generally,
I think same stuff's good looking. So we have the same taste and same.
Ooh la la.
that's weird. Who
But,
Ray thinks is beautiful is very different than maybe who you think is beautiful, right, Ray?
Should we just pull up a seat for Ray over here?
But all right, so I'll share my dating experience real quick too.
Yeah.
And this is like, yeah, but I am from my experience, and this is also why I talked about Nova the way I did talk about, is like there was a lot of pressure to marry, like right off the bat, which is fine. But I don't think it was, at least from my experience, like a healthy pressure. And then so, even I fell into that pressure where I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I gonna marry these people that I'm dating? But then, like, obviously it ended and didn't end up like marrying them or anything, but like it was a lot of pressure that I feel like was unhealthy, and I struggle with that. And I think that also just led to the relationship not being healthy in certain aspects. And I think that's just like partly because of Nova culture. Like, there's got to be a balance of like, how intentional it is, and like, everyone's trying to get married when you're dating, like, but if there's like unhealthy pressure that comes with that, it could become very bad. Yeah.
Did you feel like a lot of that pressure was like coming from external sources, or it's just like the culture just eventually seeped into the dynamic of the relationship?
I think like I think it's a little bit of both. But I will say I think the people I did see, they were definitely a lot more influenced, and I think it was just like
I see.
through them I felt more pressured and influenced, and
Gotcha.
then yeah. But it's like I felt this pressure too, like externally too, in different ways. But I think it was more so just within the relationship itself.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
I can see how that's hard though, especially if you haven't kind of figured out which page you're on, and I don't know your story.
Yeah.
But if you guys are, if just even between the two of you, you're on a different page, or you're feeling, or you have different expectations, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And I think
That's
it's
a
just
pressure in
also
itself.
like if it was the right person for me, like I'll be totally on the same page, right? But then like I think that's where the difficulty came, where like
yeah.
we weren't on the same page about that, and then that led into us not being on the same page of where we're trying to take this relationship and how fast we're taking this relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you generally need more time to process,
Mm,
or you're just kind of like if you know, you know type?
I think
person?
I'm a if I know, I know.
His
Oh.
Yeah.
his best friend is nodding his head.
Oh, really? Or maybe I used to, but I think now I'm
Uh,
on the I'm. I think if I know, I'll know now.
You know what you want.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
You know
I
what you
think-
don't want.
but I think the previous relationships, like I needed more time because of the pressure.
mm,
Does that make sense? So like
mm,
it lasted longer than it should have because of the pressure.
I see.
Whereas I would say I felt like I already knew pretty early. But now going into it, I know what that like feels like, and I can kind of like
Filtered out.
filter out those
Oh yeah,
emotions.
no, I agree with that though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's actually a continuation of the last episode of how that's what happens with experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because imagine if you just fell into the pressure and then
Oh, yeah,
married
yeah.
this person. And then who knows? I'm sure, once you're married, that's, God divine. But
Yeah,
who knows what kind of struggles you'll be facing now,
exactly.
all these years later.
Yeah, I think eventually, like, whoever I would have ended up with, like, it would have worked out and we would have found eventually a happy life together.
Mhm.
But I don't think it was the right one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we should encourage a culture of going on dates. Like we should try to like remove this unhealthy, overly burdensome weight that we put on a single date. Like
Should we have a 7:35 speed dating event?
Sure. Oh.
These girls are very excited behind the camera.
It's gotta be a multi-church effort.
No, it has
know?
to be.
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
mean.
Oh, okay.
they do these types of things in the cities
You
where
do.
it's like mixers, like Christian mixers. And it's like I don't think anyone should feel weirdly about it because at the end of the day, like majority of single people, they want to meet new people and they want to date, right? And so why not create a Christian environment where you can at least meet people who are within a broader umbrella of the same beliefs as you.
Yeah,
7:35 speed dating. And then everyone has to do, like they have like 5 minutes each, and then at the end each person has a paper of all the names, and then they check the ones they want to talk to again, and then at the end the hosts just connect them.
Honestly, like I'm all for it.
Yeah, and like
Okay, leaders, we just threw out an idea.
kind of like what we were saying earlier about how everyone at their own respective churches says there's no one for them. It's like this is the perfect
Ooh.
way to mitigate
is.
that. Yeah.
Pastor Xiang, you have to listen to this.
I mean,
you do
I mean,
this.
why not, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think people should feel free to, like, one date really doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. Like, you're just trying to get to know someone, and you just see where it goes from there.
Ray, are you listening?
I feel like at this point we should just pull up a chair for Ray. But
Yeah, I feel like, in those type of environments and even just in the dating scene, as long as you're not like, like I'm trying to think of not too bad words to say, but like as long as you're not like a bad person or like, just approaching it with a mentality of like, oh, I'm just gonna like mess around. Like if you're genuinely trying to find someone and date, like there shouldn't be anything bad about that. Like,
yeah, and we'll call it like a missions fundraiser, $5 entry fee, and then like we're supporting missions or something. I don't
You
know.
get to go on a date and support missions?
Yeah, like you're advancing like your own like social life while also advancing God's kingdom.
We're already promoting this event, you guys.
yeah.
And you guys would both go out to this?
I would. I mean,
Wait, what?
Yo, you look me
Wait,
dead
you
in the eyes.
No, I would. No, I just had to think about it. That's why.
Oh, I
yeah.
Wait, we're talking about this.
That's true. No, I would.
Justin
I would.
hesitated a little.
No. I was just thinking.
Yeah,
about it.
why
I would.
not?
Yeah.
5-minute conversation each, especially if it means that you find chemistry with one of them. Why not?
I mean,
Or none of them.
sign me up. I'll be there.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
I'm gonna really pitch this, but okay. We talked about you brushed on digital on the apps.
Uh-huh.
What is it that you appreciate about the apps, and what is like the bad things, the bad side of the apps?
Ooh, all right. I'm just gonna like provide my unfiltered thoughts.
Yes.
Not that I'm gonna say anything crazy, but one really good thing about the apps though is it does give you at least one other channel through which you can meet people. So I think in this day and age, like why not? If you could meet someone organically, all the more power to you. But if you are struggling to meet people, I would highly encourage you and also challenge you if you're on the fence about it to consider it as just a way to meet people. Like that's really all it comes down to. It's a way to meet people. The cons or the I mean not even the cons, but it's just like one thing about being on the app is you are being vulnerable. Like you're putting your profile out there and it puts you it pretty much puts you like out in the public view of people saying like, oh, I saw this guy on the app, he's on the apps. So there's a certain vulnerability that comes with it. Just to like be real, it is also along the like vein of vulnerability. It can be very confidence lowering, self-esteem.
Disempowering.
Yeah, it can be discouraging, because who you are is not your profile, but sometimes you can be led to believe in a brief moment that somehow your profile says something about your value, which it doesn't. But if your profile doesn't attract like many likes, or it's not getting the matches that you want it to get, you can very easily fall into this black hole or rabbit hole of like, oh man, like, is this all I am, or am I not good enough? Like that kind of thing. So I think that's kind of some danger areas. But I mean, overly like overall, I would gently encourage people to consider it if you feel like you're having a hard time meeting people.
Yeah, there's an option at least now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to matchmake, but it's not working. So.
But it does like kill your 자존심 though sometimes.
Yeah. No, I'm hearing about a lot of the cons of the apps.
Yeah, I'm not on apps and I've never been on apps, but that is one reason why it was, I guess it like took me so long, or or like that deterred me from getting on apps, just from hearing stories of like people that were on apps and like how difficult it is, like how just hard it is, and like people not getting matches. And like I've had people that like in comparison to get like a lot of matches opposed to like some people that don't get any matches. So it's like seeing that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like am I gonna be one of those people that don't get matches? Like can I handle that?
Yeah, that is
like
very discouraging.
it is. It's like hard, and that's the reality of it. And then when you are in that situation and you are maybe someone that doesn't get that many like matches or whatever, like how are you gonna handle it? How am I gonna handle it? So it is kind of like a thing that I do think about. But I think wait, what's so funny? Yeah, my confidence.
Why are you laughing at it?
Yo, we need.
I'm sorry,
I'm never getting on apps. Forget it. Let's make the 7:35 mixer happen.
Just imagine Justin in his room, like on his phone or something.
Like,
Like,
oh, no likes.
No
today.
likes today.
No.
Better luck tomorrow.
No, it's because I remember I had a friend who was on the app, and then she had her pics were like so bad. I
can't even talk. How bad were they?
No, be careful
I
what
hope
you
this
say
girl's
next.
listening to this. One was the profile picture was a guy in a bathtub with bubbles holding a rubber.
Rubber ducky?
why was that her picture?
No,
No,
the
that
guy.
was the guy's
that was
picture.
You must have been really confident.
And then like the next one is like with like bubbles on it.
Wait.
I mean, I think that's just his personality,
Yeah,
no?
that's
Like a
just
I
comedic.
remember like she would show me her matches.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the heck? I'm like,
There were some ridiculous things I've seen, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm crying. So no, I just had like a visual of like what that could look like
Did it
if you're
work?
getting.
Did it work?
No,
Should I
no.
make my profile like that or? I am trying to get on apps soon. 'Cause-
Wow.
Yeah, so I
That's a
think
big
I
step.
think the pro weighs out the con.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Like, especially at this point in my life, like I don't meet new people. Like I have my set groups of friends, set community. So like, why not increase my options of like potentially meeting people? So I like am on the side of like trying to get on apps soon, but there was a lot of like time to think about it and like try to outweigh like is it worth it type of thing.
You can like virtually travel too. So like
Yeah.
if the Nova pool isn't serving you well, you can just change your location to like
Yeah.
Man, the
New
times
York
we
or-
live in.
hey, that's what happened with shout out to Jay, you know?
Wait, he just got married. That's what happened to him.
I forget what happened, but there was like some location changing.
Oh,
I
but
mean,
it
you
was
can
through an
change
app.
the distance,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
how
yeah.
far away you're
Yeah,
looking.
I can
Unlimited?
attest that as a
Unlimited.
wedding photographer, I would say that let's say I do 20 weddings in a year, 18 of them they met online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's-
it's so much more common now.
it's so
for sure.
normalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I recently heard of an app called Arc. It's like a Christian dating app. I might need to look into it. So I don't have any personal experience, but yeah, just PSA. There's an app called Arc,
Can
You
you
know-
spell it?
like Noah's Ark.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
because you know Noah's Ark, the animals got paired.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that.
It's kinda
Oh.
cute,
2 by
right?
2.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
genius.
If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
On Noah's Ark,
Yeah.
maybe a monkey.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Why did you?
I don't like monkeys.
Hey, monkeys are cute,
Oh, sorry.
I'll be
Okay.
a bird.
but clearly,
Yeah,
you think
'cause-
cute is annoying. So, oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, I think they're like when I talk with my friends about the apps, it's like hit or miss. You either have a really bad experience,
Very true.
Yeah.
or you're that person that has been on a million dates and it doesn't work out, and you leave like you leave so deflated as a person. And then there's like the one that will go on their first date and find someone, and then or they'll go on their third date and find someone.
Yeah.
So it is a hit or miss. It's dependent on, I guess, your experience. So, because I would say there are plenty of people even within our own church that found their significant others on the app.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, Jay included, just a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Hana and I have a couple close friends that met on apps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just making a profile though, I feel like it's daunting.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Or-
Like, and especially as a guy, like, I don't have pictures, or what I feel like I don't have pictures like of myself or like good pictures I can use. I don't know if that's just an excuse, but that's how I feel. I'm like, oh, like I don't even have pictures I can use, so like I'm not gonna make one.
Davina's a photographer.
I mean, like you can't stage it. Like that's
It
just
doesn't have to be staged.
No, I can make the staged photos
Just
look
go hang out
look
one
more like
day.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we just put it out into the world that everyone knows.
Oh, sorry.
No, but I mean, to that point though, you do have to kind of play, if you want to raise your success level, you do need to play the app game of like curating your profile.
Yeah. So actually, like, kind of recently, I was hanging out with a group of friends, and a lot of them are married, and they're like convincing me to go on apps. Like, why don't you go on apps? Like, why not? Like, what's the like reason you're not going to? And I told them that reason. I was like, oh, like I just don't have any pictures. And there was like probably like 9, 8 of us there, right, just hanging out. And they're like, Justin, we'll find you pictures. So they played like someone's phone onto the TV, and like everyone's just sitting in the living room, right, in circle.
My gosh.
And then they're like going through pictures. They're like, Justin, oh, this one's good. Use this one, Justin. And like, oh, what about this one? They're like sending pictures to the girl who was like casting. And then they like picked like, I think like 6 pictures. Like,
Oh, so
Justin,
you
you
already
can
got it.
use these. But then what happened? I was like, okay, that's a step. Like now I'm like ready to make one. And then I showed the pictures to another group of girls. And it's girls because I feel like, I should
Yeah.
ask girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, these pictures are bad. So I was like, oh my gosh, all
I
right,
guess it's
just forget
different the
it.
way your
Yeah.
friends see you.
You do have to get a girl's perspective because a girl's going to be looking at the
Right.
Yeah, but no,
profile.
both parties were girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, so then that's why I was like, all right, forget it. Like back to square one.
But I think
So,
it is different. Like when I was on the app, when Davina would pick my pictures, and when some, I don't know, I don't want to name drop, but like other
Yeah.
friends who are not as close would pick my pictures, is very different.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Davina was like, no, those pictures suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
That-
the
that's
best
how-
pictures of
that's-
you,
that's
but
where I
that
got
are
to. It
also
wasn't even-
authentic.
I think it's different the way people see you
Yeah,
too.
it wasn't even like they were like, oh, this one's not that great. They were like, this one's so bad. Like,
Yeah.
why did your other friend group choose this one? So I was just
Yeah.
like, what the heck? Like, forget it.
Dang, but I do want to date though.
That's
Like,
nice.
So, what would you say? I don't want to ask what you're looking for because I think, again, that's just dependent on your experience. You'll know when you experience it, right? But what are some traits and qualities of a girl that to you are quality? Like, you see a girl or you get to know a girl, and it could even be a friend, and you're like, oh, she's quality. What are some attributes that stick out?
Oh, that's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Are
like
you-
to know.
Wait, are you excused from this because
And
you're
then we're
dating
gonna,
already?
we can think about the guys too after.
Okay.
So you guys are going first.
I feel like for me, this kind of ties into like as you get older, like what have you learned about yourself and what have you learned about like what you're looking for. I think just based off of past experiences with relationships, in my age now, it's just better to look for someone that is like sturdy and consistent. Someone that you can like really depend on. There's a time and place for like thrill and sparks and all the like excitement, romantic feelings, but the person that I think you want to be with, not saying that you can't have that either, like have that too, but more importantly, like a life partner is someone like you can trust. Like you can trust their character, you can trust. If I can imagine them to be the mother of my children, that's like a huge like thing. I'm like, oh, this person has something within them, or like I can trust them to like lead our children with the same values, with the same faith.
It's like reliability, consistency.
Reliability, consistency. Yeah, I think that has been more of a recent like development for me, where it's like really just weighing the character of the person. Not that I didn't before, but now it's like, oh, it really matters. I like their character, who they are, like who they are when like things hit the fan, like who they are when, you know, things are not like easy, stuff like that. And then also like really beautiful to me.
Yes. I'm glad you added that.
Picky.
Yes. Thank you for adding that.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a age thing, and also like because we probably have a lot of close friends that have kids and stuff, and we see how important it is for mothers to be like a good mother. I think that's like a quality that I didn't really think of until, you know, the past couple years, where I was like, oh, like that actually matters so much more than so many other things that I used to think was important.
So someone that's nurturing.
Not so much, not that they have to be nurturing, but just that they can be someone I can trust as the mother of my kids, my future kids. Yeah.
So nurturing.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a part of it.
Yeah, it's part of
Only
it.
a
It's
part
part
of
of
it,
it.
okay.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
part
so,
of it.
So
just
similar, like reliability, consistency,
yeah,
faithfulness.
just like I think like more specifically like the way they will raise my future kids, the way that we can raise them together. Like if we're in line with like our values and like how we want to raise them, I think that is the biggest indicator. Yeah.
Man, but I feel like that's really, like, you can call out a quality girl then only out of experience. Like when you see your friends as mothers, because you've been witnessing over time, you're like, oh, this is what I want. But then how would you know that going into the first, I don't know, even like 6-7 dates, that they're going to be like that?
It's just like a character thing, I think, that I would probably look for. I mean, obviously, like, you won't know for sure, but like if the like qualities of their characteristics and like their character and their like core values are like good and in line with mine, I think I can trust that that's also how they would approach like raising a family.
I think even maybe just as simple as like witnessing how they treat other people, how they treat you, how they respond to you,
Where they put their time,
where they put their time.
things like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, even if you see a small layer of that, would you say that it would be worth it to pursue something deeper?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, of
for
course,
sure.
with attraction.
Right.
Yeah. I think those two combinations would be like definitely like a green flag right away of like, oh, like there's someone I want to pursue and intentionally get to like know.
Nice. Man, there must be a lot of crazy people out there then.
There are a lot of crazy people out there.
Maybe I'm the crazy person, you know? Never
You're
know.
not.
Oh, thanks.
I
I
don't
needed
think
that.
I needed
You
that.
shot my confidence down early by laughing, but it's okay.
It was because I was thinking of
Oh,
my
yeah,
friend's
yeah.
situation, not you.
I've been told though that I'm into crazy people.
Oh.
You know, sometimes you cannot help who you're attracted to.
Wait,
Like,
but-
even though you're like, I'm going to stay away from this type of person, I have seen those guys go straight back to that type of person over
Okay,
and over again.
But real quick, like just in case, I'm not saying any of the people I've been in relationships with that I personally think that they're crazy. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. Just in case. Yeah.
Nice.
What about for you? Like, what to you, like, when you think of quality guy?
I would say something very similar. I think it is an age thing, like where we are in life.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'm
think so.
looking for someone who is mature enough. Like, I'm not a very like, I don't go on a roller coaster of emotions. I'm not a very like, my emotions aren't very like crazy, but like I do go down rabbit holes in my mind, and which is what I like to process verbally. And Davina knows, like when I process sometimes she's like, huh? Because like it's like gibberish almost. But like somebody who is mature enough to kind of not be so swayed or so like kind of tossed to and fro by the things that I'm saying, maybe even sometimes prematurely, but just kind of just take it and oh, okay. Like, did you really mean that? Or, you know, just process with me. I think that is something that I would
Oh,
look
yeah.
for.
That is maturity.
Yeah.
Instead of like,
Kind of just
Like
yeah,
reacting.
taking everything you
thinking,
say
yeah.
and being affected by every like
Yeah.
word I say.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly all I had for dating. I was curious to your perception and your perspective of dating in general, and I'm also hoping that listeners can kind of, I was mentioning in the previous episode how feeling less alone helps a lot. And these things that we talked about today are things that I feel like people don't talk about enough. Besides outside of these closed conversations. And so I hope that our listeners have been encouraged and feel that we could be relatable to your situation today if you are single and dating and have experienced this. But did you guys have any final thoughts, maybe encouragements or challenges to people in this season? And then maybe even like a promotion for 735 and what you hope to achieve.
One thing I wanna, it's not a promotion thing, but it's like what I want to tell like the people that are listening that are single is that at least what I've experienced to be the biggest blessing during this time is the relationships I developed. A lot of relationships that never would have happened if I was probably married or had kids, like just, you know, time wise and just energy wise, like it wouldn't have happened. So I think I was blessed by all the new people I met and had developed relationships with, and also like the current friends I have, and be able to cultivate that into like the next stage of like our friendship, and even like married friendships. Like they all were definitely like it moved to like a different stage, I would feel like, and
Mhm.
it like blossomed in certain aspects. So I feel like definitely, like I would say, for the single people out there, like take advantage of that. Like don't just sit there and just like wait for like the next stage, and don't just sit there and think that your relationships with these people are going to be the same after marriage, because it's not. It's going to change, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be harder. So take advantage of it now to cultivate all those relationships that you have.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I mean, I'm not a married person, so take whatever I say like with a grain of salt. But this is not like marriage advice, but maybe this will resonate with some people. But a challenge I have for myself is try to become as closely possible as I can, to be the type of husband. Okay, let me take a step back, rephrase it. That was very convoluted. Try to become, try to have as close as possible the character that I need to have to be a good husband and a good father now, before like I even start dating again or like get close to like being engaged. Because I think, I mean, God can like work miracles, right? Like if you have like a crazy life experience, maybe like 180 stuff can happen, but like you're not gonna all of a sudden start like reading your Bible every day. You're not gonna all of a sudden like be a man who wakes up and prays every day for your family once you have a family. Like you have to already be doing those things now in order for you to be that father or be that husband, I think. Again, people can grow like when they get married, and people are always changing, but I think this is a challenge for myself, and if it resonates with anyone else, I think it's a good challenge. It's like try to develop that character now when
While
you
you have this time.
yeah, while you have this time.
This might be a little bit long-winded, but what Justin and Han were sharing kind of reminded me. I'm going through a book as a curriculum for one of my discipleship groups, and it goes through the 10 Commandments in efforts to show Christians how to live and love rightly, whether it's God or people. And the first commandment, do you guys know what the first commandment is?
Thou shalt not love.
You shall have no other
gods.
God.
Davina, just edit me saying the right answer in here.
Yeah, have no other gods, right? God is the one and only. And the book is written by Jen Wilkin, famous author. She kind of talks about how when God delivers his people out of Egypt into this 40-year wandering period in the desert, it's not just she explains that the Israelites have been under Pharaoh's rule for about 400 years now. So they're very knowledgeable of Egypt's rule and their laws. And instead of just kind of bringing them out and then shoving them with God's law, he kind of waits until that kind of filters out, killing idols in their hearts and slowly introducing his commandments and kind of having that transition period. And that really resonated with me because, and I'm sure people who struggle with wanting to be married can relate to this too. But as someone who never wanted to be married, I went through a huge desert period of kind of rejecting this part of life. But I really do feel like, whether you're one side or the other, somewhere in between, that this period of singlehood is so important because it can really shape your single worship to God. Like it's a time where you can see idols in your life, and it's a time where you can mature in your faith. It's a time where you can truly be undivided in your devotion to the Lord and wrestle with these things, so that whether you're single forever or you're married later, like these are things that you have practiced and you have been taught and you have learned. That really hit me like a couple weeks ago when I was preparing for discipleship group, and I was really humbled and really thankful for that. It was a long time. It was like 17 some years where I was just single and just kind of rejecting this place. But seeing that, oh, this was necessary for me. This was necessary for me, especially in this new season of my life, that God really used that time to shape my worship and devotion to the Lord. And I speak, firsthand as someone who, or as a part of my testimony, but it is truly a special and important time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't take it for granted.
Don't take it for granted. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Thank you, guys. As we come to the end of this episode of Living Stones, I hope you've been encouraged and reminded that this season, whatever it looks like for you, is full of God's purpose. God is present in it, working through it, and doing something real in you in the middle of it. If today's conversation meant something to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. We are members of God's household, united by our shared faith and our desire to pursue Him together. So until next time, may God's grace and peace be with you all. Thank you for being a part of Living Stones.